My name is Music Phil. I've been in the business for decades now, from record shop to radio disc jock. We are at Willie's That Roof, and this is Yardstyle Live.
Yardstyle Live, brand new. Yardstyle Live, hosted by Music Phil, resident DJ Biggy. Wagwan, you're tuned to Yardstyle Live.
Hey, this is Yardstyle Live, brought to you by
Willie's That Roof, Kingston, Jamaica. Oasis in the city. Willie's That Roof, Kingston, Jamaica.
It's your girl Purple, and welcome to this week's episode of Hot 5 Picks, and I'm your Hot 5 Chick. For this week's number 5, we have Win Again by Climax.
5.
For this week's number 4, it's Ugly by Valiant.
4.
For this week's number 3, we have Secrets by Liquor Vibes and Vibes Cartel.
3.
For this week's number 2, it's Hypocrite Friend by Chronic Law featuring Joshi.
2.
For this week's number 1 Hot 5 Picks, we have Till a Morning Remix by Shaggy featuring Sting.
Sweet, yeah.
Up till the morning.
1.
Shaggy got lyrics to spin on this beat, yeah.
Up till the morning.
When my sound play big tunes, light is in the air.
1.
The vibes up in the streets.
I'm your girl Purple, and that was this week's episode of Hot 5 Picks, and I'm your Hot 5 Chick.
This week's guest on Yardstyle Live is singer, songwriter, philanthropist, trendsetter, legend in the business. This man is responsible for so many artists in terms of growth and where they are today, and who set the foundation that we have today in reggae and dancehall business. We have today Papa Biggie.
Yeah, man, blessings, music,
Yeah,
Phil,
man,
you know.
it's an honor.
Enough love, it's an honor to be here, you know.
After so many years, you know.
Yeah, man, a lot of years, you know.
Yeah, man.
More than I can count.
I don't really want to sound here, but people like this man grow me here. All right. So, Papa Biggie, where you forward from? Because I would have said in Jamaica now, where you come from, but where they on Yardstyle Live?
Yeah, man, we know where you're from, man. We know where I go on, man. Anyway, all right. When you say forward, just coming here now or from where I'm born and grow?
Where you born and grow?
All right. Born at 1 in Nelson Street at Denham Town. I grew up between Denham Town, Trenchtown. I live at Trenchtown because that's where I come first school. I read school on Greenwich Road up a tank. Because my father had go up there to live with a lady, you know. Because of time my mother had separated. So I mean, and then we go back and we live in a Tivoli Garden. Because my born and grown, I just see him all here. Tivoli Garden and Denham Town was revered as basically the same place back in the days. Because it was just one everywhere around that, so it was one place, Rima everywhere, which is Wilton Garden. You understand me? So I have a vast knowledge of the neighborhood and the community, you know, and That's where I really originate from. But then one of the great changes in my life, I think it gave me a different outlook. And it changed the trajectory in some way. It helped to, I would say, it helped to form the direction or lead the direction that actually changed my life to look at life on both sides of the coin, not just to a tunnel vision. Is when I went to live with my grandmother in a Senton.
Okay.
I'm living in a Senton for 7 years. My grandmother was actually from Denham Town. My father born now on Nielsen Street. So we grew up, we are town people. But when we go country go live, I fell in love with country so much. Even when I come back to town, come live, I went to high school at Ferncourt, you know.
Yeah, Ferncourt, yeah.
Yeah man, Ferncourt High School, I go to school. So when me come back to town, come live, is that become with a different mindset. You know, as a youth, when you come back in the street, you know, say you have to hold the order and work with the order. But that never changed my mind of being a youth where I always have a motivational vibe enough to motivate other youths to do the right thing and to change lives, you know, because that's my mission in life, you know, because no matter where the Father bestow upon me, I not carry nothing when we're ready for 6'6".
Yeah, when you're trying,
But if I leave a legacy for youths to really follow, and youth can say, boy, the man there was this and him do that.
Yeah, you're setting a foundation.
Right. My job has been done. You see what I mean? So when you pass on, the next generation can come and say, watch ya. You know, say, the man there, out of him circumstances, because him say circumstances make you what you are. Bojo Bantan even do that. Bojo Bantan, I big up Bojo. Bojo, I'm a virgin. Bojo!
What is this? Too much fire stick. When them a gonna learn? Keep on playing the fire, must get burned. What this? What that? I beg you stop them before them kill somebody. Cause we no want no more gun mentality. I beg you stop them before them kill somebody. Cause we no want no more gun mentality. The gun we kill Reagan from in the 50s. Kill Fedama from the Spanglass Passé. Kill Claude Masso from down at Tivoli. Kill Capabori boy and Starkey. Kill Bucky Marshall in New York City. One of the latest victims was Wood Boy Nate. Kill Sandokan and Donovan Chink. We a beg you stop them before them kill somebody. Cause we no want no more gun mentality. I beg you stop them before them kill somebody. Cause we no want no more gun mentality.
You know, but in terms of that, that's where, you know, my personal life, you know, and, you know, I've been contributing in a lot of ways. I live overseas for years and...
You still have your roots in Jamaica?
Yeah, man, I still have my roots. One of the things I do, which I know you're going to ask me some questions, but one of the reasons why I'm bringing up this now, that this can be a part of the conversation that you know. There's a show that keep every year in Atlanta, Georgia. It's called Legends in Concert.
Yes, I always say that.
Richie Steven is the one who actually spoke to me and said, Biggie, you always send things to Jamaica donate. Why don't you and your brethren, because it's a group away. Him say, why don't you and your brethren them start keep showing the money from the show and use it for do whatever I'm doing in Jamaica. And my brethren him used to send home things, seeing just like me to the organization called Connect JA. We started in 2011. Him named Dr. Cornell Levy. He's actually a doctor, but a doctor of, what you don't call it now, he's a professor, university doctor. Him is a teacher. So that was one of the pivotal moments that, you know, and then we have like Sean that come on board, we have Noel, we you know, you understand, we call him Shanks, and we have Alwyn. So it's a group of 5 of us.
Yeah.
And then the umbrella organization that over everything now is Connect JA, which is Cornell Levy is actually the president.
Okay.
Now, with that said, we have had the show has had the people on it, such as Michael Bolton. We have Master Griffiths, we have Luss, we have Carlene Davis, we have Tanya Stevens, Ghost, you name the artists them. We have had Ray Goodman and Brown, the American group. You know, and we just signed John Cicada for next year.
Yo, wow. Big name that.
Yeah, man. So the thing is, we actually had signed the Manhattans, but then the lead singer had some problems, physical,
Okay.
health problems with his leg. So the Manhattans didn't get to perform.
Okay.
But we have been, all right, we have schools in Jamaica that even Meadowbrook close to here, we have
Yeah.
donated computers to.
Okay.
We have built a computer lab for Geisel High School. We have given a whole lot of schools,
Well,
and
you-
we did it through the Ministry of Education through NET.
For what you're saying, no,
Me
you're
mys-
always giving back to
Yeah,
Jamaica.
man. Me
and which is
myself,
good.
before I even leave here, because most people know this, I have a property in Portmore. Because when I live out of West Kingston, I went to live in Portmore. And actually, I actually had a business place over there too at the time. And I used to commemorate the end of the year, which is Boxing Day, with a treat which I give back to school to kids. I give back to the elderly, the old people, and stuff in accordance with the youth club in the neighborhood.
Oh, you connect with the
Yeah,
youth
man, I
club,
always connect with the youth them, and it's a very important thing for me to do, because what I realize with a lot of people that when they reach a certain age, them tend to start look down at the youths instead of look at the youths in a sense to nourish them and grow them mentally, raise them mentally. That has played a serious part on the youth, them psyche. Feel like they have been left alone, left out, and what really happened, the distancing start growing further and further away, and the generational gap start getting wider, and then youths start to teach youths instead of adults teaching youths.
Yeah.
And that's where everything go wrong, because if one man said we could fling a stone, everybody say we could fling a stone, the man go upon the people them tree, them see the mango, but them don't see the people them glass window behind the mango.
Or even could to go and ask.
Right, I was coming to that. If them go and ask, then them wouldn't have to fling the stone upon the people in place. You understand, mash the people in window.
Okay.
So that's where the problem coming. It's just an analogy I'm giving, so that you could get a broad sense of my mindset.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Well said still. All right. So you lived in West. You lived in West Kingston first. So how did Papa Biggie get involved in the music?
All right. While I was going to, I've been always involved through choir in school. I started out in the choir at an all-age school when I went to St. Anne to live. It's now a primary school. And I should say too, I've also donated a complete band. I'm talking with everything, the complete band, the guitars, to every instrument segment, which is the drums. We have 2 drums. We donate two other speakers thing for that.
Yeah.
2 for the guitar, 2 for the bass, 2 keyboard, everything, and the keyboard, the guitar, the multi-track board, everything. We donate everything to a school, the same school where I go. We name St. George's, all is now St. George's Primary.
Okay.
And I've donated that a band, the band at the school, I am the one who donated it to them. Everything, including the 15-inch power speaker them for the PA system and everything. You understand me? I've been sending home, both me and my wife, we have been sending home multiple barrels to another charity that we are involved in. You know, actually that charity started because I sent the first barrel to the person who actually lead the charge on that charity, which is a well-known media personality right now in Jamaica.
Okay. Well, I'll keep it that way then.
Yep.
So being exposed to the band and the choir in school,
yep,
that inspired you to say, listen, I'm going to be a part of this music business.
I start go around the sound system. I start listening to people like Bobby Culture, Jack Ruby song, because I was living in St. Anne.
I know Jack Ruby was the man
right.
at the time.
That was the sound, that was the man. That was
him and the man who come and revolutionize the sound business.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I remembered I started actually going around the little sounds. I dreadlocks named Jacko. Try to see him last night, but too late. Anyway, him did have a sound system, so I start DJ upon him sound and start build my craft. While I was going to Frankfurt, then they had a war called the Falkland Crisis between England and Argentina.
When they fight over the land.
Yes, that was 1981.
Yeah.
coming into 82. I entered the national DJ competition in St. Anne. And I can remember vividly the person who came second was what you call Michaelos now. No, you can't use that word because internationally, the N word is basically Michaelos. Because that was why he changed his name, and I'm going to tell you how he get to change his name. We go to Boston, go work, go do an interview on WERS with a lady, she dead now. You understand me? It was two white girls. Can't remember them name, but the thing about it is that the lady said to him when he used the word, she said no, and she beep it because it was a college station. She said stop this. She stopped the interview and said, you can't say that on the air. If you say that on the air, they will shut us down. And that's when him start looking at it and change his name to Michaelos. And after beating him, after he came second in that competition, I actually moved back to town.
So during that time, what name did you were going as Papa Biggie?
I was going to school and a young girl looked at me because I was always big, but not as big as the name Papa Biggie.
What the name was on your surfer ticket? All
right, Courtney Portius.
All right.
And as you know, the name Portius is synonymous with bus business in Jamaica. All right, so when I started to when I started to DJ, when I start DJ, you know, I kind of mix my English with the thing because I'm always in front of a camera overseas, and I'm always in meetings. You understand me? And even in the town that I live, I hold a certain post. But I don't really flaunt it. A lot of people don't know. So my English, I'm always. So if you hear me talk English back and forth with patois, I don't lose my culture.
You're just bilingual.
Well, I'm bilingual. Who said you know? I don't want to say that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even say that on camera, but guess what happened? They know it's a joke. But anyway, listen to this. Hablo español un poquito, mi abuela cubano. My grandmother was born in Cuba, that's what I just told you.
Okay.
So,
I think we can translate it, you know?
So guess what? You can translate it, you see what I'm saying. You understand? But so, even when where I live overseas, I live in the States. And I'm actually a citizen there. I've been there for a while. And I have to interact with people within basically in my stratosphere and where I do, you know, where I am, because I'm one of the people that, one of the basically legislators, which I don't tell people a lot. That, but now people know I'm on a music field program now. Yes, I'm one of the legislators who sign or who vote for certain laws and certain rules to come within the neighborhood where I'm in my neighborhood area. So one of the things is that's one of the main reasons why you hear me when I come in front of a camera, you'll hear me talk like this, you know. But the thing about the whole thing is that back to the music. When I came back to town, I started leaving down at Tivoli every day. I went to live around Love Bunch, Cornell. When I was going to St. George's All-Age School, this girl come from England. She have a nice English accent. Winsome, Christine Martin. So I start, you know, I like her as a little youth, I grow on her and I say, I like you, I love you, I write her, I love poems, the man I guarantee, and she refuses them. And one Friday she come to me and say, don't write no more poem to me, a Biggie, yo. You know what she's talking about with her English accent, everybody hears, so everybody start calling me Biggie. I'm gonna get mad, so me start fight every day over the name Biggie. Me everybody a fight every day. I know what school me and the boy a fight because they call me Biggie, because I never like it was a what them called? Nickname. So I start going to school now and my friends say I start DJing while I go front court. I'm pass the exam and I go front court, you know, and I go front court, I start the DJ around the sound them and thing, and I start go to the dance and I start watch the man them because me actually bored out the teacher them besides. But on the weekend now, my grandmother go do a thing now and buy me a Z90 bike. So me I go to school have a Z90 I ride go to school and see that I'm bored out. So you know, so I just jump on my bike when my grandmother thinks I'm there a country at school I garden me there.
You ride from St. Anne?
And we have a whole part time on my bike. Cross flat bridge with full speed.
Them days, listen, them days, it look far to me.
We are far, man, couple hours well, man. And I just jump on my bike and sail come a town, man. And some used to go out my riding with my bike thing, man. What my grandmother thinks, my grandmother I market a sell. I don't know, see me in a garden. Damn, was a bad boy. Rude boy. But anyway, what really happened, after I won the competition, and those are my influences in getting in, but one of my greatest influences that actually hit me hard was when Bob Marley passed.
Okay.
Because Bob Marley was from St. Ann, buried in St. Ann, and during the funeral service, it's like something came over me where it was so powerful that up until this day when I think about it, goosebumps, I just feel like goosebumps come over me. When the casket passed me in the back of the pickup, it's like how all the children from Ferncourt line the road when the casket a come.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Yeah.
The only all dog out there. All puss and dog and puss never agree them time. But dog and puss green now, but them time never used to agree. And everybody out the line out for pay homage to the king, you know? And people don't know what Bob Marley has done for Jamaica. A lot of Jamaicans take it lightly.
Still don't know.
A lot of Jamaicans take it lightly. But what Bob Marley has done for Jamaica is wake up the consciousness of the rest of the world to make them understand that there's a little piece of rock called Jamaica that you don't play with. And if you notice, everything that come out of Jamaica, the fastest man, Usain Bolt. You understand me? So back to the music now, as I said that, because he's a man who go back and forth for make you have a broad knowledge of what my understanding of what life is. So when I started DJing and start going up on the sound system, them and thing, I win the national DJ competition. Come at Tivoli, come live now around a Love Bunch, Fungi Terrace. I started living there and going to talk on sound systems such as Black Scorpion.
Yeah, you got Black Scorpion. Yeah,
And then GTI Porto, Ultimate Sound. Then also, while I was doing that, I was actually at the same time doing work in the studios for many producers such as John Jalaz, Sly and Robbie.
You were voicing for them, or you were?
No man, voice to them.
Okay.
Voice to them. I was an artist, so I voice to them. I'm not a work for them, but I voice to them. Yeah man, I voice. Those days, you have a Barry Salmon in the studio till hours. You have a Steely and Cleve in the studio. Steely ride him like a bike come.
Yeah.
And thing, and you have all the greats. Yellow Man, you know, was a stable there where come with John Jack, I mean the Volcano label thing. You have Billy Boy or Ty and everybody. You could when you go to Channel 1 of them days, you see every artist. Channel 1 full artists, them have to lock the door gate sometimes keep out some of the artists because too much. Anyway, I started voicing for all of those producers. At the same time I voiced to Joe Gibbs. I voiced Joe Gibbs, my vice.
I forgot that because I used to work at Joe Gibbs back in the days. I'm across here.
My vice to Joe
listen,
Gibbs.
As I said, Joe Gibbs, which song did you voice to Joe Gibbs, if you can recall now?
All right. It's called Badman Organization.
You can
it's on the rhythm.
You have to give a piece of it,
Yardstyle Live, I'm not going to lie to you. If I go in, right at this present moment, mentally, because I didn't have it in mind to do it, I'm lost of words to do it. You know, but it's me not join them organization. Me not join them organization. Cause bad man them a mash up the nation. You understand me? That was basically what I'm saying. I was saying in the song that listen me. Too much killing, too much anarchy going on. Jamaica is too small for all that to be going on. Because Jamaicans don't really understand what they have.
True.
Jamaica is not only just a small island. Jamaica is actually, whether you believe it or not, Jamaica is actually the crossroads of the world.
Yeah.
The crossroad of the world is here. The big one of the 7th largest natural harbors
is in Jamaica
in the world is Kingston Harbor.
Yeah, and we had the pride. We had the pearl of the Caribbean. Yeah.
All right. Let me say this to you. If you would go to another country right now or another island, if you go to say island in the Pacifics or an island in say, or if you would go like say one of the Maltese, you would go to the Baltics, anywhere you go in the world, and you ask anybody, you know so and so island, they'll be like, no, but I know Jamaica.
Okay. The name is synonymous.
Yep. I remember when I went to South America the first time, and I went to Port Limon in Costa Rica. It was like Kingston, Jamaica.
Really?
Everybody they talk patois. And Marcus Garvey had a shrine there when we in Jamaica didn't have a shrine of Marcus Garvey there.
Wow.
Because when Marcus Garvey left Jamaica, Marcus Garvey actually went to Costa Rica when he ran away. Because you know they are charging for treason in Jamaica.
Yeah, so him never, and then him did and left and this and go,
Go US. Him go to the US after that and started working with the blacks in Harlem.
Yeah.
And he started the UNIA.
Yeah, United Negro.
Yeah.
All right.
You understand me? He started that in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And it led, I think he started really in Costa Rica and then he went to US with it. Then he built his own army, his own militia. You heard they talk about the Black Panthers?
Yeah.
They were inspired by Marcus Garvey.
Wow.
Yeah, the Black Panthers. Malcolm X, one of his greatest heroes that he looked up to was Marcus Garvey. That's why he said, by any means necessary. He was not going to take the whip over his back anymore and think black people should be doing that anymore. Ibrahim Traore now is another Marcus Garvey spirit.
Yeah.
A lot of people will have to understand that. And no matter what anyone think, it's a new day. Guess what? I love every race, you know, 'cause I've had some nice white people with me and them are virgin and sister, you know. I have some Mexican. I have some Puerto Rican. You understand me? And one of the things is that, with that being said, we as a people will have to understand, know our worth, know what we have to stand for something, and the youths them who hurt each other in Jamaica need to rise up and realize that it's not only Jamaica we hurt each other, we hurt each other right around the world. But let me say this to you, like the gentleman from Gambia, when he came to Jamaica, he said, I don't know if you remember this, when he said, I think he was either president or prince or somebody from Gambia. And he said, what Jamaica doesn't understand is that the world is looking up to Jamaica.
Okay.
The youths in Africa, they are looking to Jamaica
For inspiration.
And that's why a person like Vibes Cartel has basically changed the trajectory over the years of the youth's minds all over the world, not just Jamaica, not just Africa.
Worldwide.
And what I would have loved, when I see Cartel, I don't know him say God are the greatest. Youth, Cartel, you do the right thing. You say God are the greatest.
Remember that.
And me, your bounty killer say Cartel, God are shield. I talk about devil, I come out, I talk about God.
No,
and
man,
it's a good thing.
It changed him.
Yeah, man. And may I tell you something? Cartel have the same thing when Ninja Man have. It's called charisma. And anybody born with that, God give people them gift for a reason, for them to be leaders. So Cartel, if you listen to me, remember I tell you, God give you talent to be a leader. You lead the youth's minds, because if you notice, there's no other artists in this generation right now who look up to, where youths look up to like how them look up to Vibes Cartel. No other artists. And I'm not lie, that's the truth. Beenie Man, I'm a virgin, I love Beenie Man from my little youth. My father, I never meet him yet, but I love all them True Boy and the Rock, and you know, I like the youth there. And all of the art, I will never knock. Me personally, I'm not going to knock an artist for his craft. Because his craft not only help him to put food on his table,
but it take him out of the ghetto.
but it takes him, basically changes his life and his family life most times. So me personally, I wouldn't really, like say, talk out against an artist. But I would basically encourage them to go in a direction that is positive, that can change the mind of the youth around
as
them.
you speak about producers, you say Sly and Robbie. But when you mention Steely and Cleve, you know, it's like, when you mention them two names to me now, it's like, them man that is like, people me look up to would change the music. How did that link to come with Steely and Cleve for your voice?
All right, because I was going to Channel One. And when my first song that catapulted me into stardom, in the sense of me traveling and doing work overseas, because I've performed from Madison Square Gardens, Lincoln Center, the Ritz. I've performed all those places already. I perform in front of thousands of people. I perform in the days when some fest have like 40 or 50,000 people there. Not some fest, Sunsplash. Sunsplash. So I've done all of that. You understand me? Like you hear some people start talk, and this is people may not try boasting them, but just fight for and just try my best. Where you know, me used to drive like a prestigious car. Them would have say, boy, Biggie the first start them say I drive a Benz or a certain thing. But I don't really try to hold on to that fame because Peter Metro used to do the same. You know, and Jack Thomas used to do the same as a DJ, Yellow Man. So the thing is that I was more polarizing because of my size. So it wasn't because I'm bigger than them in the music, but besides, some more stand out, some people see me all the while. Because I was more bigger than this, way bigger than this. You know, I was literally twice the size. You understand me? So that's how life is. And when I started recording and I met Steely and Cleve, before that, what them name? Sly and Robbie them give my first big song. The name Under the Plane Wing.
Like we hear it.
Alright. I said them can't stop the juggling. I said them can't stop the smuggling. I said the Babylon I try stop the herb juggling. But all them I do them can't stop the trafficking. Out of airport me create a dangerous thing. When the pilot go in back and start the engine, everybody inside come out balling. From the day them want them never see such a thing. Papa Biggie chance under the plane wing.
Yo, but me I say, when you do that song, I wanted to feel my prayer and say, yo, mine Papa Biggie talk too much about the weed too much, you know.
You're going now. It was a song that basically, you can take it any way you want to take it, positive or negative, but I would love people to take it positive. And I think the crowd took it positively because they look at it as, listen to me, at that time governments were suppressing and oppressing marijuana.
Yeah.
To a serious extent where people are getting 10, 20 years in the United States for some marijuana, some bush. At the same time, you have a man where them catch him with cocaine and he get a way less sentence. And because the weed has now actually, the hard drug cross over the line where it start affecting other people than what you would call then people of color.
Yeah.
It started affecting the white side of the fence. They name it now when they catch them with drugs. They say the lawyer go to court and the judge agree and put the person in rehab and call it disease. But when black people were affected by crack cocaine, which is one of the things that destroyed.
They call it addiction.
No. They call it crime.
Crime, yeah.
Yeah, man, crime. Them call it crime. And black people were given, a lot of youths grew up without fathers and mothers. So those are the youths now who now, a lot of those youths become misguided without the guidance of their parents. Because when you take away a mother and a father out of a family and put that child in a foster care, the people, a lot of the time the people in the foster care system is good, but also has its bad sides. Because I've seen just where kids live in a foster care and they get molested. It's in public knowledge.
Yeah.
You know?
And basically they're not getting a care.
Right, and if the parents were there for them,
All
might have not been the case.
So that tune, what name Under the Wing?
Under the Plane Wing.
You know, me I go look for it, you know.
Yeah, man, for the water bedroom, same rhythm as Sugar Man at the Urban Hustling.
Urban Hustling.
This week's Hotter Road mixtapes are I Love Jamaica by DJ Kenny, West Indies by DJ Kenny, Sail Away by DJ Kenny. This week's new releases are You Inspire by Lady Tia, Tough Shake It to the Max remix by Sean Paul, Magical by Popcorn featuring T-Bone, Pretty Girl by Vibes Cartel. This week's primetime showcase is Pull Up by Bugle featuring Bishop Escobar.
Dance. Oh, dance all sweet, when I bounce and drop that. I'll be your hot gyal. just one town. Enough king that you butter, just one crown. Them genre they no heavy, just one pound. Ever original.
I'm your girl Purple, and you can follow me on Instagram at premium_purple.
Dancehall artists doing major shows at larger arenas. Is dancehall back or is it a fad? What are your thoughts?
Wagwan, you're tuned to Yardstyle Live.
Do remember to like, share, subscribe Yardstyle Live on all digital platforms. Remember to watch the full episodes on our official YouTube channel, Yardstyle Live. Yes, so we keep it real. Yes, so we keep it clean.
The latest, the artists, the baddest, the maddest. Interview and review. Yo, Yardstyle Live. I must see me and me with that to home, see them fight me. Yeah. Don't did I expect the worst, so then no surprise me. Today I wanna do the right thing, I'm in the cure who no like me. See the hot cocoa, the man run up if you feel like you're mighty. The spring feel like steel, never disappoint me. Some live my life, me I do what I want to. I'm with classes, me not argue.